Hey people, I want to tell you this story, how I became a flat earther. Well, the story starts off like this. Well, I was in a dark spot in my life, about to lose faith in God and stuff like that, even feeling suicidal. Because I was watching too much science, too much pseudoscience, too much, way too much, and watching Neil and all them kinds of people, like not a fan of them and nothing, but they always say these specific things like you're a speck of nothing, you came out of nowhere and you came from a big bang and that's it. And that kind of like made me depressed, and I was a very much devoted Christian still back then, but I was starting to lose my faith slowly. And they say God is not real and all this stuff, and I was like nearly, falling for it. And when I did, like Nelly did, and I said to my God in heaven, and I said, God, please give me a sign. Give me a sign or something and shit like that, Give me a sign. And suddenly and randomly, but sorry, I'm going to keep telling a little bit of the sad bits now. I'm starting to get to the good bits now. So, suddenly when I said that, I was still in my state of depression, still feeling sad all the time and feeling suicidal in the head and stuff like that, like I want to take my own life because life doesn't mean nothing and stuff like that. And suddenly I kept saying this random word, the world's flat, like that. It just keeps coming up in my head like that. And suddenly when I kept on saying that, and saying that so many times, it got to the point where it got annoying. And I was still depressed in the same time, but still depressed and still sad and still all this stuff and all that kinds of stuff. But I went up to my sister's, right, and I kept on saying it on the train. And suddenly, and I went to sleep and went to bed. And my head kept on saying it, the world's flat. And I kept on saying that so many times. And I said I had enough, like I want to know what this means. And suddenly, out of the blue, I just went on YouTube and looked this up. And I was getting like flat earth stuff. And suddenly when I stepped into it for the very much first time, I was terrified. I was very much terrified, scared. And even in the same time, my mind up there was being abused by science, pseudoscience. They've been abusing my common sense. And the thing is, it kind of like made me cry. it made me cry. Sorry, people in the background. It kind of like made me cry. I had a tear rolling down my cheek. And how much, like, I was kind of like saying that in my head, like how much I was a fool to believe them and do not believe my God and my Lord up in heaven and my Father. Like how this science, abused my mind and kind of like even raped my common sense, abusing me. And I was like sad and depressed. And I ended up finding a lot of good flat earthers in the community. Like a good friend of mine, Eric Dubay, and a lot of others. And suddenly, when I became a flat earther, and I was scared to the point, I was very much scared even diving into this. I was afraid. I don't know if that was it's a good scare or a bad scare. But no, it was a good scare. It was a very much of a good scare because I was like, I have to reteach myself again for what I was taught when I was a kid at school. And really I was angry and pissed. I was furious. And Eric Dubay says this too. He said, like, more or less, how dare you say I came from a speck of nothing, I came from a so-called Big Bang. How dare you say that, more or less? Like and I feel the same way too. And since I became a flat earther, like seriously, I practically became a much more good person. Seriously, I did. I'm very much peaceful. I'm more comfortable with my skin. And even this, I'm not even afraid of death no more. That was one of my biggest fears. Too, dying. And all that's all I think about. And suddenly it doesn't worry me no more. Like seriously, I go to bed more easier believing I live in a world what my God created for me. Very much intelligent. Like I was created by an intelligent God. I was created, and He created this world very much intelligently. And it really, and to this day, since I became a flat earther, I don't feel, that's sad no more. I don't feel that sad. I don't feel, so worried no more. Like I know when I die, I'll see my God one day, and my Lord Jesus Christ. And yeah, like I feel much more in peace with myself. Like I know we are not moving. I can feel that now. I can feel that. I know the sun evolves around me every day. The moon, wherever the moon is in the world. I know the stars above around me, and especially the wandering stars, because I've been getting taught this by Eric Dubay. And I like to say thank you to all the flat earthers, especially Eric Dubay too, for teaching me and all this stuff. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And I hope you like this video, and like and subscribe and press that alarm bell if you want to watch more of my videos. See you, goodbye and God bless.